Want me to say something or what?
Music on Mondays.
Huh?
Mr. Subbing, what is today? What is today?
Music on Monday.
What's up, Hawk Nation? Welcome back to Music on Mondays. I'm your host, Tyler Trainer. Today in the studio, we got up-and-coming country star Eli Schroeder. Take it away, Eli.
All right, so this first song is called Leaving Out, and you can find it anywhere you stream music under the name Elijah Lewis. Leaving out, grab a couple bucks, thinking about the things you said and done. I don't know why I feel so alone, so blind I'm on my own. Leaving out, me and all my pals. I left behind the one thing I loved about this town. Your green eyes tempt me all the time. I guess I'll drown myself again tonight. I swear to God, I'll be here when you're gone. At this bar, singing all these same old songs I wrote for you when I was down, about the same damn girl from the same damn town. I just need you now tonight. Leaving out the pictures in my mind, the memories, they turn black and white. I'm just a mess, you left me feeling blue. Oh, what's a man to do? I swear to God, I'll be here when you're gone. At this bar, singing all these same old songs I wrote for you when I was down, about the same damn girl from the same damn town. I just need you now tonight.
We're happy to have you here with us. So we hear you got a new album coming out March 15th?
Yep, March 15th.
All right. Tell us about that. What are the inspirations behind this album? What are we going to expect?
So it's a straight acoustic album. There's no drums in it. It's very indie-oriented, a lot of folk influences in there too. It's pretty easy listening, I'd say, and it's just something that I put together within the last 5 to 6 months.
All right. So within these 3 songs you've already have released, how do you feel that this album is different from what you already have out?
It's a lot more poppy, I'd say, and a little less country, but there's still some hints of country in there for sure.
All right. Can we ask what kind of drove you to go towards this country style? Like, I know you play in a band as well, and I see that they're kind of more punk, more kind of that Midwest emo style. I was like, so what kind of drove you to this punk, that kind of opposite feel?
Yeah, so the country sound, it was just a lot of experimenting with my voice. I've been playing acoustic shows at bars for 2 or 3 years now, and I started off doing some of the more poppy songs, and then some like 90s rock, and just kind of trying to find songs that would fit my voice. And I stumbled upon, some of the Zach Bryan's or like Tyler Childers songs, and I just really thought that they fit my voice well, and so I kind of went down that road, and yeah, I've got a lot of positive feedback for that. So.
All right. All acoustic's pretty bold. I was like, was that different than writing everything that you've written before? It feels a little more simpler just with the guitar and your voice. How does that take away?
Yeah, it is a lot simpler, but I think, if you can have a song that sounds good and sounds, I guess, full and complete with just an acoustic guitar, it's a well-written song in my opinion. They call it like the campfire test, where you can play a popular song that's supposed to be played full band, just yourself with an acoustic guitar, and if it sounds good, then it's a good song. So
Right.
that's what I do a lot with my music.
All right, so we can talk about your earliest work. I could tell there was a lot of pain, or at least turmoil going into that. What was that writing process like? Was that hard to kind of open up about those emotional topics?
So yeah, ever since I started writing music back in 2019, I've always wrote songs when I felt emotion. So no matter what song I'm writing, whether it's a pop song or a punk song or a country song, I always just pour out what I'm feeling, and most of the time it's more of a negative feeling, but that's when I feel most like writing, I guess.
Yeah, so you kind of feel like a coping mechanism with this writing.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
So from 2019 to now, 2024, you had to feel like a lot's changed. What do you feel like's changed kind of coming up to this new part?
I think my writing has improved, and my production style has improved. I mix all the songs myself and master them, and that's improved substantially. Other than that, I really didn't release a whole lot of acoustic songs myself. I did a lot more full-fledged, arrangements, and it's so that's a big difference.
So what do you feel like got you into music?
So I grew up around music. My parents would play anything from like Travis Tritt to like Black Sabbath and Rush. So I grew up around a lot of different styles of music, and then joined band in 6th grade. I played trumpet. It's just always been in my life. Picked up guitar in 9th grade. Experimented with music programs like computer software, and 8th grade just always just working on music, listening to music. It's just always been there, and it's something that I just don't think I could live without.
Well, not to sing your praises too much, but listening to what I've heard, I was like, your writing is amazing. When did you figure out that you can write all these great songs? When did that click to you?
It took a lot of time to figure out that I could write catchy songs. Going into it, I really didn't want to put a lot of money into what I was doing. I just kind of wanted to see if I could do it, see what people's reactions were. So I started off by playing bass for someone else, and then just kind of dipping my toe in, seeing what people were thinking about it. Eventually, I wanted to have my own stuff, and so I just put more time into it, put a lot of effort into it, and I think that's what made me a better songwriter, was just the amount of time I put into it.
All right, so we're going to let you go back up and play a few songs. We'll be right back here.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
All right, up next, I got an acoustic version of one of my full band songs. So this song is called CoolMathGames.com Ruined My Mom's Computer, and it's by my band called Lulu Louie with an exclamation mark at the end of it. Follow Lulu Louie Band on Instagram, and let's get into it. I could show you what you're missing. Hunchback in a caffeine-fueled addiction, and as my posture's getting worse, so's my self-esteem and worth. She's 23 with hopes and dreams, and I'm 19 with a 6-string. It doesn't make sense for us to be, but that's not what I see. And I feel so lost. I wish time would stop. It what seems so wrong. I stopped stopped and stared and now you're gone. Now every picture keeps me wishing you'll pick me up from this condition. But every memory's a curse, and when I talk about it, it just hurts. Since 21, my life's been numb. Living under the gun is no fun. You think that he's the only one, but I know just begun. And I feel so lost. I wish time would stop. And what seems so wrong, I stopped and stared and now you're gone.
Welcome back. We got Eli Schroeder here. So we got a question request from Guy Bitz, one of our staff here. He's also got a show, Bacon Bits, every Tuesday with the Squawk. He wanted to know the inspiration behind With Him. I think it's one of his favorite songs. If you could tell us a little about that, that'd be great.
And, you know, like every great song, it's about, you know, a girl breaks my heart, right? But yeah, I wrote that song back in May of this last year, and yeah, that was really just kind of what I was going through at the time with, you know, seeing a girl be with a guy that, you know, you really don't like that much. And it's, yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah.
Okay. So we also have a little more to talk about. You've got a lot of live shows coming up, especially a country showcase in Omaha. I was this summer. Do you want to talk about that? What's it like playing live?
So I love playing live, actually. You know, you never really know what you're going to get when you play live, but I try and, you know, give it my all every time. And I think a lot of the places that I play at see that, and they, you know, they ask me to come back. And, you know, I think that just, you know, kind of proves that I'm doing a decent job, you know. But in terms of like what I play live, it's a lot of country music, just a lot of my own stuff, and then I like to throw in just songs that I like to play too. So a lot of, you know, 90s rock and, you know, just kind of crowd pleasers too. So
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So country showcase in Omaha, that's a pretty big deal. How do you feel like getting up there to more of these bigger events and bigger shows?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely kind of an honor to play or to be invited to that because you know, I've never played in Omaha before. I've done a lot of shows in the Lincoln area, but, you know, playing in Omaha, a lot of bigger people, you know, come to Omaha. So having the chance to play there is, you know, super exciting.
Of course, of course. So do you ever feel like tiring? Because I know you play a lot. Does it ever get tiring? How do you stay motivated to keep playing live and keep going out there?
Yeah, it does get tiring, but you know, driving back and forth. I live in Wayne right now, so driving back and forth from Wayne to Lincoln is, I mean, it's not a short trip.
No.
So that gets, you know, tiring. The gas too, and you know, I play 2-3 hour sets, so you know, just making sure I'm healthy, which is another tough thing. But also, you know, I love doing it so much that it really doesn't, you know, get tiring while I'm up on stage. It's just, you know, everything around it that gets a little exhausting. Yeah.
Of course, if you enjoyed it, it's never work.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of that, when you're upstage, especially now that you're getting in front of a lot more people, what kind of goes through your head? Do you still feel nervous getting up there, or is it just second nature now? So
the first couple of songs, I'm still pretty nervous, but you know, once I get to, you know, song 3 and 4, it's really just light work, you know, repetition at that point. And, yeah, it's not bad at all now.
There's a lot of soul that we can definitely feel in your music, and just a lot of passion. You can definitely feel the emotions when you sing. How hard do you feel it is to keep maintaining that voice and keep going out there and putting out that same level of work and passion? Is that something that takes time to kind of get down?
Yeah, it is. Working on this last EP, I've had at least 6 or 7 songs that I've thrown out because I just don't feel like they're up to par vocally, really. I mean, I can sit there and play guitar all day. It's really the vocals that drive the song and drive the emotional aspect of the song. So it's tough to reflect how you're feeling through your vocals. And like I said, I've thrown out songs because I just don't think they're up to par emotionally.
All right. So 6 or 7 songs. That's a lot of songs. What's the quality control like to where you feel confident to put something out there? What checks or what boxes you have to check?
So I talk to my mom. I send my songs to my mom and I ask her, are these any good? And it's tough talking to your mom because of course she's always going to say they're great.
The biased one,
yeah. So I'll talk to my brother who's a little bit more, harsh on me, but he does a great job of being able to know what sounds good and what doesn't. But other than that, I'll talk to my friends and I'll just go back and listen to it. And honestly, I can tell most of the time if it's a good or a bad song.
All right. So after this EP comes out, what's next for you? What do you have visioned out next?
So I'd like to play a lot of shows this summer, both solo and with my band. And then also with my band, we're going to try and work on an EP, 5 or 6 songs just to send to some places and hopefully get some shows with the band. And maybe work on an album, 10 to 12 songs, something like that, solo.
Speaking of the band, what's it like kind of changing from your own solo career where you get the majority say to going to a band that writes originals? How difficult is that?
It is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's tough because none of our band members live with each other. Collaboration is kind of difficult. But that's kind of what's held us back from releasing something right now. I mean, we have all the time in the world. We could have done something by now, but we want to have all of our inputs on our songs, make it a group project.
All right. So writing from this country album to this rock stuff and this kind of indie stuff, how different is that for you?
Honestly, it's not different at all. I joke with some of my buddies. I write emo country songs. It's honestly there's no difference between my punk rock stuff and my country stuff. It's literally just tone and instrumentation. I mean, lyrically they're pretty similar.
All right. Sadly, we're running out of time, so we got to let you go out there and play a few more. But before we go, March 15th is when the EP comes out. Do you have the name of the EP yet?
It's going to be self-titled, just Elijah Lewis.
All right.
Yep.
On all platforms?
All platforms.
All right. We'll see you guys back after this.
All right. Up next, I got an unreleased song called Waiting for You. And this song's actually going to be released on my EP, which is coming out March 15th. For all my updates, go follow my Instagram page, Elijah Lewis Music, and also my TikTok account, Elijah Lewis Music. So here we go. Waiting for You. I wonder if you're falling out of love yet. How I wish all the money I've spent could have been on you instead of smokes and booze. I try to stop my self-destructive thinking. I'm just a boy who's been believing of a happy life with you and I. Don't wait to hold me, 'cause I'll stay drunk and I'll stay lonely, finding out you're getting married to a guy that's better than I'll ever be. I hope he's special, and I hope he's kind, and I pray that he gets you off my mind, 'cause I'm done waiting for you. I understand that all my open chances was all my fault, 'cause I never made advances on that cold fall day. Oh, it's left to say, don't wait to hold me, 'cause I'll stay drunk and I'll stay lonely, finding out you're getting married to a guy that's better than I'll ever be. I hope he's special, and I hope he's kind, and I pray that he gets you off my mind, 'cause I'm done waiting for you.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Music on Mondays. Eli's new album comes in March 15th. You guys have a good one. We got Spelling Tuesday next week in the studio.